Just your overview, first of all, please, Ian.
Oh, I thought tremendous character, a great team performance to show the character to come back not once but twice. There, I thought was phenomenal by him. We made some, the boys made some nice changes in the second half to what was happening in the first half, and I thought we fully deserved the win in the end.
What were those changes?
Oh, just the ruck was getting too quick for us in the first half, so we needed to kind of tighten up defensively a little bit. The boys made that adjustment and did it real well second half. And straight away from what we spoke about in terms of attack, we're a little bit more direct. I think we made a break Seb straight away from the kick-off, put us on the front foot. The try that we scored with Swifty was phenomenal. Well, Harvey scored it in the end, didn't he? But Swifty deserved to score it for the amount of running he did. But I just thought, a real good kind of adjustments at half-time by the team and a real good team performance, mate, to come here and get the win, which I think is the first time in 6 years we've just been told.
Wow. 2 scores behind twice, though. Were you always confident that you'd haul it back?
At half-time, we were really confident, and the group were confident as well. Ash Golding spoke at half-time about how kind of confident he was that we was in a really good position, and we just needed to do a little bit of tweaking to the way we were playing. But then obviously we got back into the game, and then we ended up 12 points behind again. So like I say, the character and the kind of the team work rate was outstanding, mate.
I mean, the resilience in doing that as well. I'm sure you've always known it's within that group, but just to see it on the pitch. Yeah,
different group this year. Everyone keeps referring to kind of last year, but this team's completely different. It's nothing like last year. Last year was last year, and that happened. This year's this year. It's a new set of players in there who are building and working the way to finding what they're all about as an identity. And I think you can see today one thing that they're not going to do is they're not going to give in. They're going to keep working hard for each other. So which is really pleasing, to be fair.
What goes through your mind when you see that last try being scored?
Oh, for us, it was overjoyed for the boys. Me and Rob were talking about on the sideline, just saying what the things they've done in the second half, they deserve to win now. I thought that the spine was smart in the second half. They did the right things. That the middles did what they needed to do, and then the spine were kind of playing direct and into the teeth of them and asking questions. Then Jake Connor was getting lots of space on the edges from there, and Jake was able to do what Jake does then on the back of it.
Isan Masters.
Yeah.
What can you say about his performance tonight?
Oh, mate, he's been good all year this year. To be fair, he's been very consistent. I think the one thing is he's in shape. We spoke last year, didn't we? And I know I'm going back now to last year, but we spoke about how it took Ricky a year to kind of find his feet here and understand what this competition was all about. I think you're now seeing the real Isan. This is the Isan that we wanted to bring across, and sometimes it takes people a little bit of time to settle. You're seeing a top player, and maybe with us, kind of Isan was always a little bit more kind of right edge player as well. I think we've moved into the left. He now understands what it's all about on the left edge, and he's been getting better week in and week out, to be fair. But the one thing he's doing, he's working really hard off the ball for the team, and the team appreciate that and their understanding. So I'd say that there's been big improvements in Isan this year.
I think he's off deal, isn't he? Has he got the potential to stay with you?
Oh well, hopefully, that's for the club to get that sorted out now. So I'm sure. I know we've started talking to a few of the players and their agents about getting the contract sorted out. That's kind of been ongoing for a while now. Richard's kind of in charge of sorting them all out, and Isan's obviously one of the people who's kind of on that list to get sorted out. 5
straight wins in all competitions now. Do you feel like we're seeing the real Huddersfield Giants now?
I think there's still plenty more in us, I think, in terms of what we want to do and what we want to achieve. If you look at the first half there, it was I'd probably say Leeds were the ones who were kind of winning them early exchanges and kind of getting on the front foot there. So we needed to obviously probably start the game better today. So if we do that in the future, like we did against Hull and we did that against Catalan as well, today we're probably just slightly off that. But yeah, there's improvements in us, and this group's, like I say, it's a different group, a different mentality to deal with what we've had to deal with the amount of away games we've had to, and kind of the travel on the road. You've got to show some resilience to be able to get through that as well. And now beating probably one of what everyone recognises as probably one more of the topper teams, it's good for us, because people were just speaking about how they kind of considered it being top serve. We don't want to beat the teams below us at this moment in time. So beating somebody like Leeds today, I think same points as kind of what Saints are now and what Wigan are as well, and so that pushes us 2 points above these.
Yeah.
So we're going in the right direction, mate. We're getting better week in, week out, and hopefully we can continue to do that now.
Just lastly for me, how good was it to give out to Milner a win in his 300th Super League?
He probably would have wanted a few more minutes. Feel a bit guilty when I just went into the changing rooms there, and he let me know as well that he only did the 30 minutes, 330 minutes. So he what's it? Yeah, he could have done with a little bit more game time, but I just thought Ash was going phenomenal for us. I thought his work rate in the middle, and I know how much it means to him to play against Leeds. He loves Leeds, and to play against Leeds and win at Leeds, it'll be special for Ash, because I think that's the first time he's won at Leeds since he left.
I imagine it's a world away from your emotions. Last time you were in here, when you conceded 50 plus last year, are you pleased with your progress since then? Yeah,
that was very emotional. This one's emotional for different reasons, but that one was a real emotional night, to be fair, where as a group we had some real kind of good discussions on the back of that about what you want to achieve, not only in rugby but in your life, and what you want to stand for as well. So yeah, it's pleasing to come here and get the win. It's really pleasing for it to be Huddersfield's first win in 6 years as well, coming here, because you can kind of knock that monkey off your back now and kind of move forward positively on the back end of it. But again, credit to the players today.
I remember that night last year, you said you'd win a comp with Huddersfield. Did you get more and more confident as the weeks go by?
We're going every day and every week. We're not jumping way ahead. This is what we spoke about with this group here. It's like say 8 games in. Yeah, so 8 games in. So it's way too early for that. The early start of the year is about building your processes. So hopefully you can be successful at the back end of the year. That's what we aim to do. I think we've just shown a bit of resilience here coming today to Leeds with a few busted bodies kind of in the team and out of the team at this moment in time. Shows, I think, good character from us.
Adam Swift's enjoyed an unbelievable run of form, isn't he? You know, nice little pass to Harvey for that try. He scored again tonight. I mean, how good a signing has he been for you this season?
Outstanding, mate. Last year we opened some spaces up last year, but we weren't able to finish them. He's finishing them, and he's putting us in places. You can't underestimate the importance of having a winger who can just sniff out a try. Nothing. I think the try that he scored jumping over from dummy half today and getting right into that tight in the corner there and being able to finish it, similar to what Elliot Wallace did as well. Elliot's been great for us since he come here. We've got 3 really talented kind of outside backs in terms of Sam Alsall, Elliot Wallace and Adam Swift, but Swift is a different level of quality, mate, to be fair. It's something that we needed and what top teams should have in terms of that speed and finishing.
He came through the St Helens ramp, didn't he? He had that winning mentality. Do you think he's adding that to Huddersfield?
Honestly, when I say he's cheeky, he's unbelievably like kind of cheeky in terms of his character and stuff like that. But the one thing that you're really clear with Swifty is that he wants to win, and it comes out in him. It comes out in him, and when he talks to you in training, when he's on the games. But the one thing he does, he has fun doing it as well. He cracked a joke halfway through the game last week against Catalan towards me on the touchline. And it's like I've never known anybody do that, but he just loves what he does. He's enjoying what he's doing as well. So hopefully that continues and he can crack a few more then.
Did you think the fact you've got that Challenge Cup semi-finals giving your lads a boost, knowing that you can build momentum going into that game? Yeah,
I think it's given everybody a boost. You'll see it on the sideline today. People like Chris Hill, Jack Murchie, Sam Hewitt, people like them guys. They're all using it as motivation to try and get fit back for that as well. So the guys at the moment who've got the shirts, they've got the shirts, and it's for them to kind of keep that going forward. These guys who have kind of got knocks or niggles or injuries, they're working overtime to try and get back, because it's what you play the game for. To be involved in big games is what you play the game for. So all our boys are no different. They'll be wanting to be in that team come the semi-final. But the thing for us is we've just got to focus on what we do in training next week and what we do next week now in the game.
Just on Ash Golding, how important is it to have a player who can play all the positions like he does?
Yeah, mate, I got asked a question off the Sky before the game, who I would highlight in terms of a player who maybe other people wouldn't. And I just said probably, like, a lot of our guys have been really good this year, but if I had to pick kind of somebody out, I'd pick 2 players, and I'd say Leroy and Ash Goulding, because 1 week they're on the wing, then the week after in the centre, then they're at loose forward, then they're at 9, then they're at second row. And I think the kick chase, what Leroy did today, won us the game on the back end of that. And he doesn't moan, he doesn't grumble about being put anywhere, he just plays the game. And Ash is the same. But when your teammates see that back through other people, they just want to follow guys like that. And I think that's probably the biggest kind of credit I can pay to him, is that players want to play with Leroy and they want to play with Ash and they want to follow him as well. And then their guys, the importance to the squad is massive.
Yeah, and does that allow you to kind of free up the other players around them, and you know that you can put them in these different positions?
Yeah, well, if you look today, we're talking about Adam Milner before his final game. Adam Milner's been awesome for us since he got here, mate. His defence, his distribution and his deception around the ruck's been great. Ash is learning kind of them delicacies, but with us only having to play Milner for 30 minutes today because of how well Ash is going, that's probably a good sign for us, that, really, to be fair. And like I say, players want to play with him.